What is up? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Had some technical difficulties, but it looks like we are back and we are online. So I apologize the small interruption, but we are definitely back live. So thank you so much for joining me and Ben on the Shred Show this morning. I'm very excited to be getting into everything we have for you. And if you're just joining us live, or if you're coming back and rejoining us live, make sure you comment hashtag Simple Nexus, because that's who I'm shredding with this morning. And if you're joining us on the replay, make sure you comment hashtag hustle. Ben Miller, ladies and gentlemen. Truly, if you heard my introduction, like I was all jazzed and excited. Like, Ben, you're truly one of the innovators. You have one of the greatest minds in our industry when it comes to tech, continuing to bring the best of the best to the industry. You're surrounded by an incredible team. I'm excited to sit down and chat with you today, brother. So thanks for joining us. I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, what's up? No, I appreciate it, man. Like I said before, it's really that incredible team that you mentioned that makes us happen. So we're having a ton of fun.
Amen to that. The team over at Simple Nexus continues just to, every time I have communications and talk with you guys, it's just so cool. And the stories that I hear that are just coming out from clients, people that you guys are working with integration, with collaboration partners, like it's so cool. It's so exciting to see what you guys have become, what you guys continue to do. So with that being said, I want to kind of jump into a topic that I think it's something that's discussed a lot, and you guys in particular are kind of at the forefront of mobile technology within mortgage. Right now, I mean, the mortgage industry, we've already gone through a shakeup. Like there's with COVID and everything that's happened, there's definitely some crazy stuff going on. But when it comes to it, you guys have really come out with a mobile solution, Simple Nexus. And we've talked about this before. Mobile, everybody uses this little device. Everybody has it. If we lose it, we freak out. It's like the end of the world when we lose our phone. Time stops. But with what you guys are rolling out, you guys are making truly from start to finish mobile experience on your phone. That is absolutely brilliant. So before we get too much into kind of the details of it, I mean, this is becoming a big thing, Ben, and you guys are leading the way when it comes to mobile technology.
Yeah, totally. So just first off, going back to the company and what we're doing, I think our secret sauce is our passion and our love for what we do. We constantly are getting feedback from our customers that talks about, hey, this is changing my life. It's changing the way I do business. It's, I can be so much more productive, or having so much more referrals, or whatever, right? And that fuels our passion to keep building cool stuff. Everybody here just loves what they do, and that drives their interactions with the customer and helps us continue to build the best ROI, best experience, best technology, best relationships out there. And that's it. That's all there is to it, man. It's not rocket science. You love what you do, you work hard, and you work hard for the customer, good things happen. So, and we've always been a mobile centric, mobile first company, Of course, we have an omni-channel platform, meaning you can utilize Simple Nexus from the web, from your desktop, from your laptop, from a tablet, a phone, whatever. But dude, as you were mentioning, I mean, the mobile device is so ubiquitous now in our society. It's the first thing you interact with when you wake up in the morning. A lot of times that's the last thing you put down at night before you go to sleep, and you have it with you always. And I think that is really kind of the driver behind the data that we're seeing in our platform, where the majority of all the actions taken within the Simple Nexus front end are done from the mobile device. And that's all kinds of different things that can happen throughout, like you said, throughout this home buying journey, that you never have to sit down at a laptop. You never have to pause your daily life and say, oh, I can't do this right now. I have to go back and sit in front of my computer to take care of this. No, with the phone, you can just you're right there doing whatever you're doing. Like, hey, hold on one second, take care of it, done, move on with your life. So, and that's really driving, a next level experience and how we go through this home ownership journey.
And dude, I love and this is something you guys talk about a lot at Simple Nexus, is the home ownership journey. Like it is a journey. It is something. And when I think of a journey, like I think of something that's enjoyable. It's something that you're looking forward to. It's and it's something where along the way that, in any journey, you have some challenges, you have things that you overcome, but at the end of it, it was worth it. You accomplished something phenomenal, which is, of course, the dream of home ownership. That's what this journey is all about, the dream of home ownership. And I love that message you guys continue to share. And you use a big word, ubiquitous. Like that's like the word of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Like when you know somebody's like way smarter than you when they're using these words. And I'm like, yeah, Ben, that's the guy. He threw that word in there like it was nothing. But it's true. Like our phones have become such a central part of our life. And again, we've talked about this in mortgage. Like people are trying to become more. It's funny because for years we were just trying to get the online applications to work, and we were trying to get things just to get online and being able to use our computers. But now we can use our mobile phones from start to finish, and it's not just simply like taking an application. I mean, borrowers can send docs, like they can upload docs, they can do everything, right?
Yeah, totally. So, and it's really pre-application, right? I mean, we built a platform that is pretty unique to us. We don't see anybody else doing what we do along the terms of incorporating that real estate search and experience. And more importantly, the referrals back and forth between your referral partners and the loan officer to start this whole homeownership journey in the first place, right? So Simple Nexus doesn't start just at the 1003 or 1009 when you're talking reverse mortgages. But Simple Nexus actually is starting earlier in that relationship building arena with incorporating things such as your custom content from your website to talk about who you are and what you do, or communities and real estate search, and bringing that into a platform and allowing you to co-brand with your referral partner and bring them in. So through Simple Nexus, we share this at our user group, we facilitated through the mobile device, right? Somebody using their phone to make about 380,000 introductions from a referral partner to a loan officer last year, right? I mean, that's just so powerful, when you can make it easy and convenient for someone to introduce you, right? Before, the old school workflow was something to the effect of, hey, here's a business card of a loan officer, or let me write the phone number down on your hand so you don't forget it, or I'll be sure to get you that number, all of those things, right? Here, let me write it on your coffee cup or whatever. Like that's, that's just so archaic, right? And now when you're in a relationship, a scenario that's used quite often with us is a referral partner, namely like a real estate agent, might be showing someone for the first time at an open house or going through and looking at homes and, talking with them, and, oh, you don't have your loans yet, you don't have your pre-approval order. Let me introduce you to, a friend of mine that could help you out, right? And boom, they just take their phone, text them the app, they download it right there, and it's done. Everybody's connected now. Everyone has each other's contact information. Everyone can text each other. Everyone can send chats to each other. They can have the push notifications communicating. It's so easy. And another stat that I'm even more proud of, I feel like, is that's a referral partner, right? That's kind of we're just greatly improving a system that was there, but now we're making it so much easier, and we see the amount of referrals go up. So maybe you got 1 or 2 referrals a month from a referral partner. Now you're getting, double or triple that, right? But additionally, we're enabling and empowering that potential borrower to make referrals and introductions. So we've always asked for leads in our system, right? In our industry, but now we have leads coming organically because the borrower can share your platform, share your front end. We had about over 200,000 borrower referrals to other potential borrowers. So it's a tremendous stat. And then, of course, that's just growing, and in 2020, we're on trajectory to greatly surpass that. So yeah, that whole front end experience, the whole beginning of the experience where you're making these introductions and connections is so powerful. And then carrying that all the way through, being able to apply on your phone real quick, take 5 minutes, at an open house, get them into the pipeline, right? Or, once they're in the pipeline, being able to send a push notification to their phone and say, hey, could you send me this, document real quick? Or now with our disclosures technology, being able to send a push notification, say, hey, here's your LE, just review it and check it over and sign it, or whatever. And to do that in your phone, it's way powerful.
Dude, I was gonna say there's so many points in there that you talked about. I mean, especially we all hang out with friends, and we're all looking forward to getting back and hanging out with friends again. There's been so much social distancing going on. We haven't done that. So
Yeah.
imagine getting back with your friends, and you're able just to use your mobile device. And we've all tried to eat cards in different apps to share our information, but with what you guys have absolutely accomplished and achieved with Simple Nexus is you can actually have that entire experience. It's not just sending them an e-card anymore. Like, oh, well, I'm going to send you this link, and then you have to go online and check your email, and then it go links, which is annoying. Like back in the day, what's funny, Ben, is because we laugh about this because I remember when that stuff started coming out, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. This is innovative. Like, I can't believe we can do it online now. But now, the fact that we can do it from start to finish on our phone. And again, people use phones, especially, I mean, we're talking millennials, we're talking people, everybody can do this.
Every demographic.
I was gonna say, and it's funny because it's where I'm going with the millennials is like we just think millennials are using their phones. Like I look at my grandparents and how much like they use Facebook from their phone. They like the phone has become such a central part of our lives, and the fact that we have created, I mean, Simple Nexus is the forefront. We've created this absolute mobile experience. It's created such a better user experience, which ultimately we talk about that on the show a lot. That's what we're focused on. We're focused on the end user, the consumer, the people trying to, like you mentioned, that home ownership journey. We're helping them complete that in a more simple way.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's the data's there, right? And not only do we have the data, but I think everyone just intuitively feels that in their lives. They know it because that's how they live their lives with their mobile devices. When you get a push notification from one of your favorite apps, apps are all about engagement and interaction and helping you accomplish things or have things at your fingertips. I mean, you don't have the Facebook like website bookmarked on your phone. You're like, let me type in Facebook. You're like, no,
no way.
You have the launch icon, you have the app, you just hit it and it goes right there. And then with the app, Facebook's sending you updates or LinkedIn sending you updates, right? Some of the media that we're using right now. Same type of thing. When we build a custom, white label platform, mobile app for people, they have that power, to be able to interact and have that engagement, higher engagement level with their borrowers. And that's what drives and enables efficiencies really throughout the home, ownership journey. Again, going back to disclosures, we saw companies who kind of the pre-Simple Nexus would email out disclosures, and there was difficulty logging in or remembering your password or getting into the system to sign it, or people would get an email and they're like, hundreds of emails you get every day. You're like, well, whatever, I'll try to clean this out at night, and then they wait and then they forget about it. Anyhow, it was like 2.5 days or so on average that people were executing disclosures and then still having 20-30% mail out rate, some manual fulfillment in some companies. But then when they utilize Simple Nexus and it's driving it to their phone, they get a push notification to their phone and they're responding to that. They're engaging with that, and it says, hey, you need to take care of something. Just push this button and you can take care of it. People are doing it. Like, yeah, sure, that's easy. That's convenient. Why not? They push the button. I need to review this. I need to sign this, sign with their finger or whatever. And it's done. And then we're seeing that 2.5 days get compressed, not cut in half, but compressed all the way down to like 2.5 hours. I mean, exponentially.
Dude, that's huge because time is money in our industry. And anytime, especially, and borrowers for them too, like if they're waiting and they have to wait for updates, 2.5 days, like for the home buying experience, 2.5 days is a long time. So if you can cut that time down, like, hey, we've got disclosures out, like it's a more, we always talk about this as a relationship and people always talk, I remember especially years ago, like there were loan officers talking about, well, I'm the most, the best communicator and I keep you up to date all the time. This helps with those efficiencies. Like, that's insane.
Yeah. Because and here's some more logic behind it, right? It's a platform they've already been interacting with, right? So they started their home search on it. They got introduced to the loan officer in the first place from the real estate agent with it, right? They've been satisfying conditions by like taking a picture and we, turn it into a PDF, then encrypt it and send it right into the loan file, all that stuff in the back end to make it easy. And they've been trained or interacted with it. Like, this is so easy. Like, let me just do it in the app. Well, now here comes this next thing. Okay, sign your disclosures. Like, sure, yeah, whatever. They don't have to leave your, site, so to say, your front end. They don't have to leave that experience that they've been experiencing you in. They just keep going right along with it. right? And it just is so easy for them, so intuitive for them. Anytime you have a different, an outside software or a different place they need to go, that's a friction point. That's an opportunity to lose somebody, right? If they're like, okay, we've been doing everything here, but I need you to go over there now, decide the thing, right? That always introduces possibility for disaster. So being able to keep everybody in that same experience, that same system is huge. And then of course, being able to leverage mobile where we all are interacting anyhow is where we're seeing those tremendous gains in being able to be efficient, have an amazing experience, which in turn not only helps you, the loan officer, be more efficient, but helps that borrower have that better experience, which helps, get more referrals and just, create a better business, experience, period, right, all around.
Absolutely. And there's a question, actually, some people commenting here, is Simple Nexus integrated with LOS? Will you answer that just real quick?
Yeah, totally. So that's the whole point of Simple Nexus, right? We are a central system that's bringing everything together. Of course, we integrate deeply with the LOS. In fact, I would challenge anybody to put up their LOS integration against ours. I mean, we integrate, namely Encompass being the incumbent out there. A ton of people are on Encompass, but Byte or LendingComp or Calyx or anything else, right? PC Lender, we're integrating with these systems so that we do that connection and heavy lift in the back end to make this all simple for you. When somebody applies for a loan, we're going to seamlessly send it into the LOS. But you're not done there. You need to have, bidirectional communication with the LOS so that when you work in the LOS and you advance milestones, we're going to take that and communicate it back through the platform to the borrower, let them know how they're doing, and how the loan's progressing, or here's a condition that needs to be satisfied. And so they in turn satisfy the condition with their phone. We push that back into the loan file, right? Or when you generate disclosures in the LOS, we take those and send them to the borrower. And they execute them, and then we record it back. And that's been, some of the things where people have almost gotten there, right? They're like, oh, well, we can totally get somebody to sign disclosures, but first you need to print them out, from your LOS and turn them into a PDF, then manually move them over here. Then we're going to sign it, and then you move it back, and then you need to type in the date and stuff. That's garbage, right? I mean, that just creates. It may have a nice user experience, but it creates a ton of headache in the back end, right? And so, we're mortgage people. We have lived this. We have tremendous experience on the team. They understand, what's going on in your company. And we understand that we can't introduce more problems or shift the problems somewhere else, right? We gotta take care of it everywhere. We gotta smooth it out everywhere and drive efficiencies everywhere. So yeah, we're just very proud. I mean, that's where I won't back down of trying to be humble, but say we're very proud of what we've built, and we know that it's the best in the business. And it shows with our customer base, right? It shows with the constant growth we have, with the over 90-something%, customer retention that we have. I mean, there's just not a company out there doing what we're doing and performing the way we're performing. And again, it all goes back to the passion and the love that we have for what we're doing, and that it's kind of just it feeds on itself to continue to build great products, build great relationships with our customers, and do amazing things that have never been done before.
You mentioned your great relationship with customers. I know, like I mentioned when we started this show, it's funny because we have a show and we have Simple Nexus on, and we talk about some of the incredible things you're doing. And we have people reach out to us like, oh my gosh, yeah, we had, we recently integrated with them and we had an incredible experience. I know there's a couple of people stories that you guys have had recently from just users, even going back to their team and saying, oh my gosh, this is the best tech. So I know you had a couple of stories you wanted to share.
Yeah, totally. Shout out with Mortgage One. They recently went live with us, and top producers sent an email back to their management team and said, guys, this is the best technology you've ever spent money on, right? That you've ever launched. Of course, with our longtime customer Fairway, same thing. Their Fairway Now app has been tremendously, successful and a big part of who they are, right? And these are partnerships, right? We're not trying to say that, hey, we're the only one that makes this happen. We make this happen with our partner, the customer, right? Because when we launch a technology with them, it's more consultative. We're sitting down and saying, how do you want this to work? We don't pretend to know better than you on how you should do your job. We bring insights and we bring technology and innovation, but we want to help you modernize what makes you special, right? What is your secret sauce? It's a very configurable platform so that everyone's able to tune it to the way that they want to use it. And then yeah, we get these stories back. Another story is one of the top producers at a company. His wife literally wrote a letter back to management and said, "Thank you for launching this mobile technology because it's giving us our lives back on the weekend."
No.
It's like my husband's not having to run off to the office anymore. He can just pull out his phone, take care of whatever he needs to take care of, and then we're back at the park or on the beach or whatever, right? And look, that makes me so proud, so happy, because I know we have a partnership for life, right?
Yep.
When you have your top producers' spouses writing back to management saying, "Thank you for what you do for my husband or wife," or whatever, right? It's just those are awesome stories. You can't make that stuff up.
Nope.
It's just wonderful, and it's what drives us to continue to create and innovate, because we get that kind of feedback, and that's what this is all about. That's very fulfilling. So
when you have clients' wives reaching out to you, telling you thank you, because we all know anybody who's an originator, like our families, whether your mom, dad, whoever, son, I know that this can be a taxing industry, and being able to get some of that time back, and that's just what it is, Ben. That's why it's so exciting to me, is because you are able to, again, if you have this on you, if you're at the kids' soccer game, you can respond if somebody had a question, a push notification or a message inside there, whether it's a referral partner, whether it's the client, it's right there at your fingertips. Now you might be like, "Oh, sorry, honey, got to leave the game." Record it. Make sure you pull up the camcorder. I got to run back to the office and hit send on that, but it's all right here at the palm of your hand, and that's why it's so exciting for me. And again, you guys continue to innovate. There's pieces that you guys continue to add, and the fact that, and by the way, I want to thank Jonathan Mullins. Thank you so much for the great question with the LOS. Guys, if you have questions for Ben, make sure you put them in right now. Love to get them answered. But it's just super exciting to me, because being in the industry as long as I have, I remember starting with paper files, and then we went online, and now everything's going mobile. One of the questions I did see, I can't remember, sorry, and I don't know who commented on it. There's been a few comments, is the question was, can you e-sign mobilely these days? Can you do that, Ben?
Yeah, totally. So when you're talking about e-sign, well, and that's, a big topic, right? It goes all over the place. What does it mean to e-sign? We're talking, be able to execute disclosures in your phone. And yes, that's what we do today. So, somebody, whenever you generate, again, the LE or CD or whatever, and also what's become really fun for us is we had an idea for disclosures, right? And we're sending out your main disclosures. And then we notice, there's some things that aren't handled very easily in the current disclosure processes out there. So like the radio buttons or the check boxes or any kind of custom content. So we said, let's enable that also. And so now we created a way that you can e-sign things like letter of explanation, right? And allow the borrower to fill in stuff from their phone and say, yep, this is why, or this is what happened. And they can sign that. And you can push, or like there's VA letters, right, that are specific to that type of loan, that before we saw customers trying to get mailed out and wet signed or emailed or whatever. And it was just a lot of friction in that system. And we're able to make these custom documents for them so that they can utilize the SimpleNexus disclosures platform to get it e-signed and brought back in. And then what's even more fun for us is seeing our customers use our platform in ways we've never imagined. And so they start having their own content that they're uploading to send out through the app, to get viewed or signed or whatever. And we're like, look at there. You're like, that's a good one. We should start doing that, right?
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, what do you know? And again, that goes back to our partnership, right? We're innovators, but we don't claim to have all the answers. But we know that partnering with our customers, we can create the future. We can innovate. The people on the front lines that are running the tasks every day, they know what they need, right?
Right.
We just have to listen, and then we have to innovate and create those new experiences and give them the tools and the platform to simplify their lives. So yeah, definitely we're signing. We're handling e-signatures right now, but what that makes me think about as well is what we're going to and what we're moving toward. And that's the hybrid e-close, and also the RON close with different partners to be able to do that complete, home ownership journey in your phone, right? And so, our hybrid eClose solution is just a mere months away, a couple of months maybe. And then we want to tag on top of that, the remote online notary. There's been tremendous interest and growth around that in the industry in the last couple of months, especially with all of the social distancing that, we've been doing. It's put tremendous strain on how do you close a transaction, through a drive-through or through plexiglass or what, right? And so the answer is we need to move to mobile. We need to be able to do this remotely and from our mobile devices. So that's what we're working on now. And it's just, what keeps it fun. It's a never-ending cycle of innovation around here, where we're always, we're again, this is our lives. We're dedicated to mortgage. We're dedicated to this space. We're not distracted. You can totally apply this referral thing that we've built to whatever other industry, but we feel there's so much to innovate on here in mortgage. We never have to look anywhere else, right? And we live it, we love it, and this is where we're staying. So,
dude, I love it. A never-ending cycle of innovation, that goal, and is because we are an industry. Look how much we've innovated over the last few years, and I love that you're saying that you guys are so focused on mortgage, because that's what you see. You see a lot of tech companies, especially in fintech, is they build this incredible product, incredible service, and next thing you know, they go from mortgage to real estate to mortgage and real estate, kind of one and the same, but they go into, car sales, and then they go into this and this and that. But you guys are so absolutely focused on mortgage, because again, you see the opportunity, you see how you're making a difference and literally revolutionizing the industry. And it's so cool. And you got, like you said, your heart and soul is into it. And that's why it's been so fun to continue to talk with you guys and collaborate with you, because I continue to see not only the team and the culture, you guys just embody everything that the industry needs and they want right now. And that's why it's exciting for me, man. So I want to thank you so much for joining me this morning. And again, the mobile experience continues to evolve, and you guys are at the forefront of it. So cannot thank you enough for joining me for a few minutes this morning, Ben, and sharing a little bit about how SimpleNexus is innovating and revolutionizing the industry.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, Josh. It's fun as always. Thank you.
Always fun. We're going to be doing it again, because again, like Ben said, they're always innovating. That's why we could do this every week, and we just keep having Ben talk about something new that they're releasing. So, but guys, again, if you joined us live and if you enjoyed it, make sure you comment #SimpleNexus, because we're here with Ben from SimpleNexus today. It was a great show. And if you guys liked it, if you enjoyed it, comment and like it. And again, I'll post a link for SimpleNexus so you can get over to their website. And again, we appreciate you guys joining us for the show. And always, we appreciate your support. So thanks so much for joining us, guys. As always, we appreciate you. We love you. Now it's time to go shred, go show up, hustle, repeat every day. See you guys.